Marinette said I really hope Chat is okay, he really didn't look so good when I left. What if he didn't get home safe? What if he fell roof and broke his arm and legs? What if she hear a sound coming from her roof? Cien said in low voice. Mamar Marinette passed out from exhaustion. Marinette said see him passed out on her roof. Chat Noir. Run to him. Oh my gosh, he passed out. Is he okay? What should I do? Great, now starting to rain. I need get him inside. She picks him up, get him in her bed. Now what do I do? He's passed out with fever and he is bound to detransform any minute now, not to mention the fact that it's late and my parents have no idea that he's here. It's 10:39 now. I hope my mom is still awake so I can tell her that he's here. Goes downstairs. Sabine said. Marinette? Sweetie, what are you still doing up? Was I being too loud? Marinette said. Chat Noir is in my room. Sabine said. What? Marinette said I think he's really sick. I was going to bed when he landed on my roof and just passed out. Sabine said well, is he okay? Marinette said I don't know, but it started raining him inside. I think he has a fever, but I don't know what to do and there's no way no he will detransform. Sabine said oh dear, get wet washcloth, put on his forehead and try to wake him up. I'll get him some medicine. Do you know about how much he weighs? Marinette said 110 maybe. Sabine said my dear, how did you lift him? Marinette said all the years of baking and kneading dough. Sabine said yes, I guess it paid off. You get the washcloth and try to wake him up. I'll be there in a minute. Marinette said okay. She goes back upstairs, puts a cold washcloth on his head. Chat. Kitty, you need wake up. Gently shake him please. Kitty, you need wake up and take some medicine before detransform. Shake him again. Cien said let me sleep. Natalie, it's too early. Marinette said Kitty wake up. Shake him. Cien said wait, whose voice is that? Marinette said Chat, please wake up before you detransform. Cien said Marinette? That right, I want to Marinette's house and Marinette said Chat Noir, please wake up, take this medicine before you detransform. Cien said wait, detransformed? That right, I'm still transformed and I'm sick. I need to wake up. Opens his eyes. Marinette said Kitty please wake up, I don't want to find out like this. Cien said hey PR princess. Marinette said Chat, you're awake. Thank God. Hugs him. Cien is surprised but hugs back. Marinette, you do realize I'm sick, right? I'm not sure if hugging me is the best decision. Marinette said let's go. Right, sorry, I've just been trying to get you to wake up for the last 30 minutes and I was really worried about you. Cien said aww, my princess is worried about me. Don't worry, I'm fine. Marinette said fine. Fine. Chat, you fell onto my roof and passed out. Don't talk to me about a fine. Cien said okay, sneezes sorry. Marinette said fine huh. I swear when he gets better I'll teach him the definition of a fine. Here, take this, gives him the medicine. Cien said what is it? Marinette said cold and flu medicine, just take it. Cien said why? Sneezes. Marinette said did this idiot really just say why? I swear when he gets better I'll kill him. Because you're sick and have a fever. That's why. Cien said okay, fine, takes the medicine. Marinette said thank you. Now, Chat's ring beeps. Cien said shit, I forgot about Plague and I didn't bring any cheese because I expected to go back home after patrol. Marinette said what does Plague eat? Cien said wait, how did you? How does Marinette know Plague's name? Marinette said shit, how can I explain that I know who Plague is? Cien said Marinette. How do you know my Kwame's name? Marinette said I was multi-mouse, remember? Cien said oh right, of course. Marinette said phew, that was a close one. So what does he eat? Cien said camembert cheese. Ring beeps again. Marinette said okay, I'll go get some. Cien said please hurry. Marinette said I will. Runs downstairs to get the cheese. Cien said how am I going to explain this to my father? I'm too sick to go back home, but if I don't he's liable to report me missing. I could tell him that I'm sick and staying at a friend's house, but then I'd be in even more trouble for sneaking out. What am I going to do? Marinette said Chat. Kitty. Cien said huh. Oh Marinette, you're back. Marinette said yeah. I've been calling your name for at least the last 2 minutes. You're about to transform back. Cien said right, sorry, I was just thinking something. Marinette gave him the cheese and said okay, you can come tell me about it in a minute. I'll step outside of my room, just call me back in when you're ready. Cien said okay. Marinette leaves the room. Cien detransforms. Plague looks around and said Adrian, where are we? Adrian said keep it down, Plague. Do you want Marinette to know my identity? Plague said well I mean Marinette Chat Noir is a... Cien covers his mouth, shut up Plague. Plague said I was just kidding. Sort of. Adrian rolls his eyes and says just shut up and eat, gives him the cheese. Plague swallows it whole and said okay, done, but why are we here anyway? Adrian sneezes uncontrollably and said I'm sick. Plague said so why didn't you just go home? Adrian said I barely made it here before passing out and my house was at least 5 minutes further sesh from where we ended patrol. Sneezes again. Plague said okay, whatever. Marinette said Kitty, are you okay, in there? Adrian said yeah. I'll be done in a minute. Marinette said okay, just checking. Plague said do you have to transform back? Adrian said he's okay, average. How else wills I keep my identity a secret? Plague said I'm sure Marinette has a mask or something you can wear, and I'm really tired and I can't promise that you won't detransform in the middle of the night. Adrian said no Plague, I've already bothered her enough. Plague said fine, then I'll ask her. Files out of the room. Adrian said why, and he's already gone with Marinette and Plague. Plague said Marinette. Marinette said Plague, what are you doing out here? Plague said I was just wondering if you had a mask or something else that a Chat Noir can wear. Marinette said why? Plag said Navas, I'm really tired and I don't think I'll be able to hold his transformation until the morning. Plus leather isn't exactly comfortable to sleep in, Marinette said. Right. I didn't think of that. There should be a black mask on my desk and a ladybug onesie in my closet that should fit him. Plag said okay, thanks Marinette. Marinette said no problem, just tell him to let me know when he's done changing. Plag said I will. Flies back into the room. Adrian said Plag, seriously why did you do that? Plag said because I felt like it. Now just hold on a minute. Flies to the desk. Adrian said what are you doing? Plag grabs the mask. Adrian said seriously. Plag stop going through her stuff. Plag flies to the closet. Adrian said what are you? Sneezes. In there? Plag struggled to get the onesie. Adrian said what is that? Plag said a little help would be nice. Adrian grabs the onesie from Plag. Plag said Marinette said you could wear this onesie and mask instead of transforming. Adrian said oh okay. Plag said plus it will be much more comfortable, so put it on. Adrian puts it on and said you're right, this is way more comfortable. Plag said don't forget the mask, gives it to him. Adrian said right, puts it on. CN said Marinette you can come back and now. Marinette said are you sure? CN said yeah. I'm sure. Marinette said okay, I'm coming in, goes back in her room. CN said well princess how do I look? Raises eyebrows suggestively. Marinette said like a sick person who needs to get some sleep. CN said you look tired too princess. Sneezes. Marinette said gee I wonder why. Rolls eyes. CN said speaking of which where are you going to sleep? Marinette said on the chase. CN said I can tell you do that after everything you've done for me. Sneezes, you sleep up here and I'll sleep on the chase. Marinette said that's a kind offer, but my bed is now full of your germs and if I get sick who will take care of you? CN said oh right. Sneezes. Marinette changes and wets the washcloth. Chat what about your parents? Gives him the washcloth. CN takes it and said well my dad is really strict and I'm not sure what to tell him. Marinette said can't you just tell him that you're staying at a friend's house? CN said I wish it was that simple, but I had to sneak out to go on patrol and since my bedroom door is monitored by a camera at all times as far as he knows, I'm still home. Marinette said oh. CN said yep. Marinette said so what will happen when your dad realizes that you're not there? CN said he'll probably send out a search party to look for me as well as contacting all of my friends. Marinette said well you're too sick to go home now and I would hate for you to get worse while trying to go home, so what can you do? CN said for the time being all I can do is wait it out and hope that I'm well enough to go back home in the morning before anyone goes to check on me. Marinette said okay, well then we should probably go to sleep. You need to rest if you're going to go back home in the morning and I still have to go to school. CN said yeah. Marinette said good night kitty. CN said good night princess. They both go to sleep. The next morning CN is panting and heaving. Marinette wakes up and sees Chat Noir, says Chat. Chat. Wake up. Shaking him. CN jolts up and said huh. Marinette said thank God you're alright. CN said what happened? Marinette said you were panting and heaving from cold sweats. I was really worried. CN said Marinette said yeah. CN said I don't think I'll be able to go home right now. Marinette said obviously. CN said I feel really weak. Marinette said I know, I'll go get you some more medicine. CN said okay. Marinette goes downstairs to get Chat some more medicine. Marinette said here take this, gives him the medicine. I also brought you some croissants because I thought you might be hungry. CN said takes the medicine and food thanks. Marinette said anytime kitty. CN smiles. Marinette smiles back. I have to go to school now, but my mom knows you're here and she said you can stay until you get well enough to go back home. Starts to leave the room. CN said wait. Marinette said do you need something else before I leave? CN said can you stay? Marinette said kitty as much as I'd love to, I need to go to school. CN said please I need you. Marinette said shot. Oh my god, his face. He looks so pitiful, I guess it wouldn't hurt to ask. Fine, I'll ask my mom if I can stay home, but you have to promise not to make that face anymore. CN smiles, said deal. Sneezes after she asked her mom if she could stay. Marinette said comes back into the room. CN said so, what did she say? Marinette said she said it was fine and that it's good. I'm staying because she's going to be too busy in the bakery to take care of you. CN said yay. Marinette said now I just have to text Alia and see if she can drop off my work later. CN said okay, thanks for deciding to stay with me princess. Marinette said yeah. Text Alia and text Marinette said hey, Alia I'm not going to be at school today. Can you drop off the work that I missed later today? Alia said yeah. Sure, but why are you not coming today? Marinette said I'm not feeling well today. Alia said okay, but it's kinda odd that both you and Adrian aren't here today. Marinette said wait, why isn't Adrian there? Alia said no one knows for sure and his father won't say, but Nino and I asked Natalie and she said that when she went to wake him up this morning, he wasn't there. Marinette said that's odd, what do you think happened? Alia said I'm not sure, but Nino thinks he ran away from home. Marinette said wouldn't he have told us if he did? Alia said that's what I said, but who knows? Marinette said that's so unlike him. Alia said yeah, but anyway class is starting now. Bye. Girl. Marinette said bye. CN said is everything okay? You look worried. Sneezes. Marinette said Adrian is missing. CN said that's not good, but with the Argrest resources I'm sure he'll be found soon. Marinette said yeah. You're probably right, but he didn't tell anyone where he went and that's not like him. CN say maybe he ran away. Marinette said yeah, but I think he would have at least told Nino if did. CN said don't worry so much princess, I'm sure he'll be fine. Marinette said I hope so. CN said why don't we watch a movie to get your mind off it? Marinette said okay, but you have to take shower first. CN said why? Marinette said, because you were having cold sweats all last night and you smell bad. Cien said fine, but what am I going to wear afterwards? Marinette said I'm sure I can find something that will work. Cien said okay, where's your bathroom? Marinette points right there. The towels and rags are already in there. Once I find something for you to wear I'll put it outside the door. Cien said okay. Thanks. Princess goes to the bathroom to shower. She found a pair of sweatpants that her cousin Luca had left there and an oversized hoodie for him change into, and obviously he kept the mask on. Cien changes and comes out of the bathroom with a towel around his neck and said he Princess Marinette. Said he kitty come sit down we can watch a movie on my laptop. Cien said okay, sits down. Marinette looks at him questioningly and said really Chat? Cien said what? Marinette said you barely dried your hair at all. You're sick, it needs to be dried fully. Cien said sorry. Marinette said come here I'll do it for you while you pick out a movie on the laptop. Cien moves closer to her so she can dry his hair while he picks out the movie. Marinette takes the towel and begins drying his hair and said did you pick out a movie yet? Cien said no, any suggestions? Marinette said Big Hero 6. Cien said sounds good and starts the movie. Marinette finishes drying his hair. Cien said you done? Marinette said yeah. Cien said K and falls over and puts his head on her lap. Marinette said Chat? Are you okay? Cien said I'm perfect. Princess Marinette said plays with his hair. Cien falls asleep on her lap after the movie ended. Marinette said kitty? Cien doesn't answer. Marinette said kitty wake up the movie is over. Still no answer. Marinette said well I guess this is my home now. Destined to be a pillow forever. Cien says nothing. Marinette said seriously? Nothing. Cien says nothing. Marinette said Chat wake up so I can go get us some lunch. Cien sits up and said did you say something about lunch? Marinette is unamused and said yes, what would you like to eat? Cien said you. Marinette blinks a few times and rolls her eyes and said well clearly you're feeling better so you can go home now, and gets up to go to the kitchen. Cien said no wait. And grabs her by the waist and pulls her on top of himself and says where are you going? Marinette blushes and said the kitchen. Cien blushes because he suddenly realized the position he had put them in and said right. See can I come? Marinette realizes how nervous he is and decided to mess with him and said sure kitty cat and boops his nose, then said but you have to let go of me first and winks. Cien's jaw drops at the fact that Marinette isn't as innocent as he thought. Did she just tease me? And the wink I didn't know Marinette was the type to flirt so openly like that. It's adorable. Marinette said Shaw seriously let me go. Cien said oh right sorry and lets go of her. Marinette gets off of him and said come on. Cien said where are we going? Marinette said the kitchen. I literally just said. Cien said right. Marinette puts her hand out and said well, come on. Cien grabs her hand and stands up and said yes, ma'am. They go downstairs. Marinette gets a notification on her phone. Cien said what was that? Marinette said it's a notification saying to turn on the news. Cien said I wonder what it could be. Marinette said an Akuma maybe, and turns on the news. Cien said I hope not. News said breaking news. Famous model Adrian Agreste has now officially been reported missing. Some say he has run away from home and others think that there is good play involved. Let's see what his father has to say about it. Gabriel said all I know is that my son is missing and I'm doing everything in my power to ensure his safe return. Please if you have any information on the whereabouts of my son please contact the police station immediately. News says thank you Gabriel, we'll keep you updated on the situation. Cien turn off the TX. Marinette said hey. I was still watching that. Cien said it was over anyway. Marinette said no, but that was still rude. Cien said sorry. Marinette said it's fine. And gets a phone call. Cien said who is it? Marinette said I'm not sure, I don't recognize the number. Cien said don't answer it. Marinette said but what if it's important? Cien said please Mari don't. Marinette said I'm sorry Chat but I'm going to answer it, and answers it. A voice said hello Miss Depaincheng. Marinette said Mr. Agreste? Gabriel said yes. Marinette said what are you calling me? And also how did you get my number? Gabriel said I have the poke numbers of all of Adrian's classmates and friends. Marinette said okay. She think yeah, cause that's not creepy at all. Gabriel said as I'm sure you've heard Adrian is missing and I called to ask if you know anything about his disappearance. Marinette said I'm sorry Mr. Agreste, I wish I knew anything that would help you find him, but I haven't seen him since school yesterday and I didn't even go to school today because I wasn't feeling well. Gabriel said that is a shame, I had hoped that he would have gotten in contact with one of his close friends, but I've contacted everyone in his class and now one seems to know anything. Marinette said I'm really sorry that I couldn't be of any more help Mr. Agreste, but I'll let you know if I hear anything.